Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. How have I not seen this? I don't know. I have the sniffles. But let's watch it. Original link to the video, top the description. Hi guys, my name's Connor. How are you? Let's go.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we are in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. We're here in our little tiny hotel room, and today what we have for you are the don'ts of visiting the Netherlands. Now,
I'll give you the first don't. Don't act like a moron on a bicycle like I did. I'm there, like, I see all these people riding bikes. I'm like, oh god, it's like Memorial Day, and I'm just like riding around. No, people have places to go, and so me with my American brain, just don't be me. No, I just had one encounter where I was on the bike with my dad and brother, and this lady is like, I feel like I say this every time I watch a Netherlands video, was like, this isn't Disneyland. And I just felt stupid, because just don't do that. When you're on a bike and you see other people on bikes, this should probably go without saying, but respect space and everything. I don't think I did anything that bad. I don't know. Just don't be me there.
last couple of months, Jocelyn and I both have come here. Me, I've been here for a while by myself, and Jocelyn came with some friends. We kind of collected some stuff about what you should and shouldn't do when you come to the Netherlands.
And so
today's video is the don'ts of visiting the Netherlands. And, I've been here in Amsterdam, going to Ireland and Leiden and stuff like that, and Jocelyn's going around too. She's at the Keukenhof for the flowers and the tulips and stuff like that. So I thought what we'd do is kind of give those don'ts to kind of help travelers when they come here. And the first don't we have is, just remember, don't call it Holland, call it the Netherlands, because Holland is actually 2 of the 12 counties here in the Netherlands, and yes, it's the one that has Amsterdam and Leiden and Haarlem and stuff like that. So a lot of the tourists only see the Holland part, but don't call it Holland, call it the Netherlands. You'll make more friends here in the Netherlands if you call it that instead, okay? Now my second don't I have for you is, don't think that the Netherlands is just Amsterdam. Yes, you have the canals all over the place, you have these things, but you know what? Those canals are in other cities as well, and you can go and explore.
Okay, just complete my how much of a tourist I was.
You have these.
So I think I think I took a picture on the R or something, I don't know. But I remember there was a really nice like violins and players over here, and I think the Van Gogh Museum is this way, and there was this giant square, like a market square, and I don't know if there was some kind of special event or if that's just always how it is. It was packed full of people and like little stands and whatnot. It was nice. So, all right.
Things, but you know what? Those canals are in other cities as well, and you can go and explore. Go to Haarlem. I mean, literally, it's a 15-minute, or if you get the slow train, 18-minute train ride out there, and you can see the guild houses. They're just gorgeous there. You can see St. Bavo's Cathedral in the center with the organ there that Mozart played as a kid. You can go see the Frans Hals Museum. You can go out to Leiden and check those things out. You can go up to Maastricht or Groningen. There's so much to see and do in the Netherlands besides just coming to Amsterdam. And yes, Amsterdam is cool. You should come here, don't worry, but don't think that the whole country is just this, because once you leave Amsterdam, you start to see a much different country without the crazy tourists and stuff like that. And that gets us to the third don't we have for you is, don't be a stupid tourist when you get here. Now, I'm not saying don't be a tourist, I'm saying don't be stupid about certain things, like the drugs and the red light districts and the alcohol and stuff like that, because when you come to Amsterdam, you'll see the people that are just stoned out of their mind walking around. You will smell the drugs and these kind of things, and the Dutch don't like that either, and you don't want to be that tourist. For example, last night in my hotel room, about midnight, we had a big group came in, and they were all just out of control, and the manager had to come after half an hour to calm them down. If they were going to kick them out. So you don't want to be that way. So if you're going to come and you're going to experiment with drugs and things like that, like some tourists do, I don't judge or anything like that, I don't do it, but I know a lot of tourists do. Be safe when you do it. Don't do drugs in the street, don't buy it from the people in the street and things like that, go to the coffee shops and do those things there. It's safer for you, and it might help not to be one of those, bad tourists when you are here. Now, my fourth don't for you when you come here to the Netherlands is you'll notice that there's a lot of like fried street food that's really tasty and fried little snacky doos around the country. And the thing is my don't for you is don't just bite in, okay? Whether you're getting the croquetten or the bitterballen or the fries or the mayonnaise or peanut sauce has been my favorite. You get those things, don't just start eating because you'll bite into it and they are so hot. They serve their food really, really, really hot. I think I've gone through like 4 or 5 layers of skin in my mouth just today, okay? So do blow on your food to save your taste buds and save your stuff.
That's a good thing.
Because there's a lot of really cute, tasty, little tiny treats you can have here, but they serve them like still with the oil boiling on them hot, so do be careful.
That's perfect.
Especially if you're coming with little kids, because you don't want Junior going, when he's trying to enjoy a tasty treat here, okay? Now, my next note for you is anywhere in the Netherlands, you're going to see bikes, okay? And my recommendation for you is don't go into the bike lanes. Don't walk in the bike lanes. Remember, red, dead, because if you're walking in the red where the bikes are, you can get hit. And the Dutch are cool and all, don't get me wrong, but if you get in their way when they're riding their bikes, they become like, I will take you out.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if they have their baby in front of
This isn't Disneyland, people.
them and their 3-year-old in front of them, they're going for you, okay? So don't walk in the bike lane, all right? It is a serious thing, and you can get hit by those bikes, man. They're old-fashioned, like steel kind of stuff, and you'll get whammoed, okay? So don't walk in the bike lane. Also, don't with that. It was a pedestrian zone. Don't ride your bike through there either, okay?
I feel like I just like exuded American tourist. I feel like I didn't really think about it at the time. I didn't really care. Obviously I'm American. If you think I'm American, that's probably true. But, I was maybe last time I went 21, 22, maybe 20 years old. And I just had like my backwards hat on and my like mid-calf white socks, not in like the polo shorts. And I must have just stuck out so much. Good times.
Bike and walk it, because you can actually get a fine for that, so just a heads up. Now, my next don't for you when you come here to the Netherlands is don't take it personally. Look, whether it is if you're a little prudish or whatever, whether it is the red light districts or the coffee shops, or the fact that the Dutch are very direct when they talk to you, like they'll say, hey dude, why are you so fat? Like they don't mean me way, they just want to know, and they're really to the point. And some tourists get kind of offended by that, especially in the service industry. So I would say like another don't is,
I mean, that is kind of, that is a little straight. It's like going up to someone just being like, hey, why do you have a big nose? Or like something like that. It's like, it's very observant, but it's like also like, what? I did notice this. This is not just a stereotype, and I noticed this when traveling to Europe, is that there are much more overweight people in America. I know that's such a stereotype, but it is true. And I say this, I do notice, there are a lot of people who smoke cigarettes here. You guys in Europe definitely smoke more cigarettes, but that stereotype of Americans being more overweight is not false. And that stuck out to me. It's like everyone is just in shape. Everyone was in shape. It just like everyone. And that's probably to them like, yeah, but to an American, that's amazing. What are you doing? Like,
hurry when you go to a restaurant, because it'll take time until they come to your table to take your order. And another don't going along with that is don't forget to ask for your bill. They're not just going to come by and say, oh, would you like your bill now? Sometimes you got to go up and say, hey, can I get my bill, please? And so you might have to do that. Just kind of a heads up on that.
Those mini
and the
pancakes?
thing is with that, just don't take that personally, because that's just how it is here. They don't mean it in a bad way. That's just the way they are. Now, my next don't for you is if you come, don't forget to bring a credit card or a debit card with with a chip in it with a PIN number. There's a lot of places here that you actually just pay without talking to anybody, and you're going to need a chip card to put in and put the PIN numbers in and stuff like that. So just make your life easier so you can go and pick up stuff very easily. So that is nice. Another thing is don't forget to have a few coins though, because there's actually some vending machines where you can get food out of vending machines like hot food for €1 or €2 to save a lot.
I love holding British coins too, but European coins in general, they just, something about having coins is just cooler than having paper money. And you know, over here, the largest coin over here is $0.25. And over there, you have like 2 €5 coin. Is there a €5 coin? I don't know about that. There's definitely a €1, I think maybe €2 coin, and it's just cool. Like, I feel like I'm back in medieval times or something. Just like I got a pocket full of like change, but it's not. But it's like $30. Yeah.
A little bit of money, but you need some coins for that. And some of those places will exchange money or change it into coins, but not always. So do have some of those coins ready. Another don't I have for you is don't worry about the Dutch stereotypes of the clogs and the windmills and the canals and the beautiful buildings and the really tall people and the cheese and things like that. Because yes, you really will see a lot of cheese shops. You will see a lot of windmills going throughout the country.
Really tall people. Yeah. I don't know if I was like, whoa. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you will see very tall people on bikes all over the place. And yes, you will have pancakes and cheese and all these kind of things. You do see those stereotypes you've seen in the movies and stuff like that. And the beautiful buildings, yes, you will see those too. So be prepared for that, because you're going to see these cool buildings like, oh wow, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. So don't be surprised if you do see a lot of those stereotypes you've heard of and be like, wow, it is really gorgeous here. Wow, there really is canals all over the place. Wow, they really are tall here. You will have that when you come, and it is kind of a fun thing. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget, if you're going to be going around the country, to buzz your ticket in and out when you go, because that's how they kind of check people. So make sure when you get to the train stations, you'll see this little like buzzy thing and some doorways. Make sure, even if it's already open, you pass your ticket on there and it'll say you can go in, and then when you leave, make sure you check it out, because if you get return tickets and stuff like that, that's how they check them. So make sure you buzz in and out with when you take the trains around the country. And they're super easy to go to. They're clean. They go all over. They're efficient. You know, you can go places in half an hour or so to get out most of the places.
I mean, I feel like you can't have. I feel like the Netherlands would be such a perfect train infrastructure country just because of how flat the terrain is.
In the country, maybe an hour and a half, 2 at the longest, but it is really easy to use. But don't forget to buzz in and out, okay? Now, my last couple don'ts I'm going to kind of put in there specifically for Amsterdam, because I know a lot of tourists might.
Sorry, sometimes I love this guy, how like fatherly he is. He's like, don't forget that, okay? And I like that.
Last couple don'ts I'm going to kind of put in there specifically for Amsterdam, because I know a lot of tourists might only watch this video. In Amsterdam, 1, don't take pictures of the girls in the red light district. It's not a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Another thing I would say for you is if you're looking to do the hop-on, hop-off bus, you don't do the hop-on, hop-off bus here in Amsterdam, because it's canals everywhere, and the buses can't go to a lot of places. So the hop-on, hop-off bus just kind of goes around the periphery of the city, so it might not be worthwhile. I mean, there's a canal one that might be worth it, but not the bus one, so don't do that. Also with Amsterdam is don't think that Amsterdam is just the red light district. There's so many things to see here, so many great museums to go to, and I mean, and you can go see, of course, the Rijks Museum, the Van Gogh Museum, you go to the Anne Frank House, all these kind of things. You can see that, but there's more than that here, and a lot of tourists.
We didn't go to the Anne Frank House.
They come.
Is that William of Orange?
They come for like a party weekend or something like that, and they just stay in the red light district, the bars, the coffee shops, and look at the girls in the windows and stuff like that. And the city's completely different once you leave that part. And if you don't like those,
not gonna lie, obviously, weed over in the U.S. is a lot more, I guess, less frowned upon. I guess it depends where you live, but definitely like in the Northeast, like in the Northeast, what you guys have in Amsterdam, I can go, that's pretty much everywhere here now, at least over here, Massachusetts area. What was I going to say? So it was definitely on your mind because that's the one place in Europe where we knew like, ooh, it's Amsterdam. Oh, let's look for which we did once, but you know, we weren't. It was kind of more at night. We weren't just like walking around in daytime like you were
Things you
saying.
can love this city without that, because you go around and you have all these canals, all these different museums you can see, and all kinds of stuff to truly enjoy. So don't think Amsterdam is just the red light district, just like don't think Netherlands is just the Amsterdam. There's so much more to here, okay? And I think my last little don't for you when you're here is don't forget to bring a jacket. I don't care if it's summer and they say, oh, it's going to be warm every single day here and sunny.
It's
The
Northern
rain
Europe,
will
yeah.
pop up. Today we were supposed to have beautiful skies like this all the time, and we kept getting rained on and rained on and rained on, off and on. So just heads up with that, okay? Anyway, those are just some don'ts about visiting the Netherlands. I know it's not the greatest sight because I'm here in my hotel room, but I'm heading home tomorrow, so I wanted to get this video done before I packed up and headed out to the airport. So anyway, I'll say bye from the Netherlands, and don't worry if you come here because you will have a good time. They speak English, lots of hotels,
Very
lots
well.
of people here that'll help you out, so it is pretty cool.
I have something to say about that.
Bye from Amsterdam.
See ya. Great video. Extremely good at speaking English. You know what was funny is that so we went into Heathrow. I'll say this quickly. I feel, you know, I don't have a lot of great travel stories, especially so like when it comes to Europe, which I've been on 2 separate occasions. Once in 2006 when I was really young. How old was I in 2006? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 or 13 years old. And then again, more recently in like 2015 or something, 2014. But it was interesting on the language thing. So we flew into Heathrow, and then we took we rented a car. We took the channel with the car over to France. Went to visit Normandy, visit my grandfather's brother's grave. He died on Omaha Beach, and then we went back up into Belgium to Brussels, and then we went to Amsterdam after that, where we stayed a night. And it was interesting because obviously Great Britain, English speaking. France, not English, like they don't speak English a lot at all. And then to Belgium and the Netherlands and Germany, where they were more so. We went more towards, anyway, so it's kind of like France was a separation of English. It's like we could understand English in England, obviously, but then there were not a lot of people in France who could speak it. And then as you get into Belgium and Netherlands, a lot of people speak it again. And so it's France seems such like a proud nation, and like they probably think like, oh, why, you know, we want to know French. We don't want to teach our kids, you know, to grow up on speaking English. But I found that really fascinating how little people in France spoke English. And I'm not saying this as a critique. Let me make that clear. I'm not like, oh, how do they not know English? Okay. It really annoys me when like an American or like we only know one language, and anyways. So that was really interesting. And yeah, the Netherlands was amazing. Beautiful people there, beautiful landscape. I never really remember. I saw a lot of the more modern windmills, like the white ones, with those thin white propellers things. But these type of windmills, I don't. And this is what I think of when I think of the Netherlands, is, you know, flower fields as far as the eye can see, with dotted by these type of windmills. And I didn't see many of these classic old ones, surprisingly. Really cool video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time. If you're from the Netherlands or have anything to say, I would love to see it in the comments. Bye, guys.